Hey, thank you for watching the second part. Sorry that we ran out of room on the first video. So let's keep going back into our word problem. Okay. The question was, in which amount of money does the digit 8 represent 8 cents? Well, it obviously wants us to find an 8 cents in there. Let's just go ahead and count our money and we're going to see what we can come up with. Maybe that will help us understand what they're asking for. Okay, so in the whole numbers place, we've got 5, 6, 7, 8. We have $8. But wait a minute. They're not even asking for whole numbers, are they? They said represent 8 cents. That's a very key word. I don't even need to look at the whole numbers because 8 cents tells me they're looking for a decimal number. Okay, then let's go ahead and let's get to counting. Some of you in grades in the past, they've taught you how to count by fives using a little tick. If we look at this, we can see it's a quarter. It's the very biggest. And remember what I told you to look for. It's an eagle spreading its wings. So we're going to count by fives. We know it's worth 25. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay, so this little guy is worth 25 cents. What I like to do is I like to go for the next biggest coin. And I see a dime. I don't know if you can see it, but right here in the center, that's the torch, the flame I was talking about. So this guy is only worth 10 cents. We just counted by fives and we got to 25. And if we know that this is 10 cents, we're going to go 10 cents more. So 25, 30, 35. Okay, let's go with our second biggest. I see a nickel. So let's circle the nickel. I know this is a nickel and it's worth 5 cents because I told you his ponytail. Whoa. His ponytail reminded me to look for 5 cents. So earlier we ended on 35. This must be 40 if we're counting by fives. Okay. Here's what we were talking about earlier. Oh, wait, you know what? I'm glad I didn't move on. I see another guy with a ponytail, so I need to get 5 more. So this is 45. And then I can see pennies, so I don't want to use those yet because I'm wondering if one of these is a nickel. It's the backside of a nickel. If you said this is one of the nickels, you're right. Remember, there was 2 different buildings. I told you the penny is the one that has lots of little columns. This guy right here, this one is the nickel. So we ended on 45, and this is now 50. We have 50 cents. Okay, like I said, we left all the pennies for the end, and I see 1, 2, 3. So I see only $8.53 here. They might have tried to trick you because you see an 8, but the question was about 8 cents. So A cannot be the answer. Let's look at B. Oh my goodness. Okay, sorry. There we go. Change our color a little bit. Okay, so we determined we don't even need to look at the whole numbers because it's cents. So we need to only think about the decimals. Let's look at our quarters first. Well, here's George Washington with his lovely hair and the back of his coin. Oh, and don't forget this other one. I see 3 quarters. I could count by fives, or I've memorized that 3 quarters equals 75 cents. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75. I have 75 cents alone right there. All right, we need to look for the second biggest coin. And I see the dime. Remember how I told you the dime is the smallest one and it's worth how much? 10. It's worth 10 cents. So we had 75, 80, 85. This is something you have to practice. If you need a lot of practice with worksheets, you can tell me and I would love to give you money worksheets. Okay, so we have 85 here, and look at these little guys. They're just pennies. So we have 2 pennies, so I had 85, 86, 87. Okay, so I have 87 cents. What was the question? Let's look back. Let me get my pointer. The question was, in which amount of money does the digit 8 represent only 8 cents? Here's where they could also have tried to trick you. We just determined that, hold on. Okay. We just determined here earlier, and sorry, all my markings went away, that this was worth 87 cents. And it asked about 8 cents. It did not ask about 80 cents. This 8 here, since it's in the tenths place, is saying 80. So I can't choose this as my answer because it's not in the correct place value. So I think I actually just realized something. I'm looking for an 8 in the hundredths place because it said 8 cents. Didn't say 80 cents, didn't say $8, it said 8 cents, meaning like 8 pennies. So let's try to see if we can find something ending with the 8 in the hundredths place. Let's go back. Let's look at C. Okay, remember what I said. We don't even need to worry about this many. It's whole numbers. Okay, let's start with the biggest coins. I only see nickel. Well, wait. No, I see a dime, a small dime. So that's 10 cents. Now I see a nickel. 10, 15, 20. Okay, don't let this confuse you. This is the backside of a nickel because it's bigger than this little guy, isn't it? That's a penny. So we just had 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay, now let's look at our pennies. 26, 27, 28. Oh, looky there. We just counted 28 cents. Oh my goodness gracious. What just happened? Sorry, guys. Give me just a second. Let's get this back up. I do not know how that happened. Thank you for your patience. Are you laughing at this with me? This is funny. How did this happen? Hold on. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for waiting with us. Okay, so we just determined right here that this number was, 28 cents, which is amazing for us because we were really trying to find the 8 in the hundredths place because that's like saying only 8 cents. If I took away the 2 and I wanted just 8 cents, this is how I would write it. 0.08. Remember how I told you to do 5 cents for a nickel, 5 cents? Just like you saw with the dime. Guys, I'm running out of time, but you guys are awesome. If you have questions on Monday, I'm happy to help. Or if you want to watch this again, it might help you. But we found our answer. The answer is C.